Scott, thank you for joining us. Again, after the high of last week's away victory at Tranmere Rovers, we're back in action this Good Friday as Doncaster make the trip to the Broadfield Stadium. Can I get your thoughts out of that game?
A game we're looking forward to. Obviously, we're at home, so that's always a good thing. But a game we're looking forward to because I think it will be a really good game. Two teams who are in form. And two good teams, in my opinion. I think that after watching them this week, I've been really impressed with them. Play really good football, real strong possession-based team, similar to ourselves in many ways. Grant McCann's done a fantastic job there. I think that he had probably a tough start to the season. But having said that, I think he had or suffered with a lot of injury problems. But they've got players back slowly now, and you can see that they're a good side and probably in a false position. But no, Grant's a really good manager, and I think that they're a really good side. And listen, they've got some really good players as well, especially at the top end of the pitch. They've got good forwards, they've got good wide players as well who can score goals and can cause you problems as well. So we know that we have to be at our very best in order for us to get anything from the game. But like I say, it's a game that we're looking forward to. I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah, it is one of those football cliches, isn't it, where although we're at the latter stage of the season, this is, as you say, probably one of those ones where you look at the league table and you can't actually pay too much attention to it because Doncaster, as you say, are one of the most informed sort of sides in the league at the moment. They're coming off the back of 3 straight victories. So, it's when you look at the fixtures we've got coming up, it equally is one of the harder ones, isn't it?
I was really impressed with them when I watched them. Really impressed. They look a really good outfit, really organised. They use the pitch really well. They've got players positioned around the pitch really well in order for them to play through and round you and through you. They've got good movement at the top end of the pitch, like I say. But yeah, they're a good side. They're a really good side, and don't read too much into where they are in the division. I think that, like I say, they had a rough start to the season, to the campaign, but mainly because of injuries. I think more so. But like I say, false position for sure. And like I say, good experienced manager who's done great there.
Yeah, as we said, both teams in great form in the league. The lads after the Tranmere game seem to sort of have so much confidence, and is that something you've noticed at the training ground? Because it almost seemed like they just sort of walked in the stadium, they almost knew that they were going to win, put in such a professional performance, and that must give you really good confidence building into these last 8 games. Yeah,
I've never felt it before anywhere I've been as strong as this. I think the feeling's fantastic at the moment. And I've been asking for that for many months, to have that belief, and it's finally come through now. And if anything, I have to cool them off a little bit because they're chomping at the bit. They can't wait to get out there and play tomorrow. I can feel it in the group, and it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. The buzz around the training ground is fantastic, and they have a real belief now and a real togetherness as well.
Yeah, and that's perfect timing, isn't it, for them to sort of have properly clicked like that? Because, as we said, Doncaster, it's going to be a very tough game, as is Newport, and then we're, taking trips to 2 sides that are, fighting for automatic promotion. So, to have that confidence now must be a great feeling.
Yeah, we have to build on that. We have to, really build on that. The fact that we're in such good form at the moment and winning games and playing really well as well. But I also have to make sure that we remain grounded and know that we've got 8 games left, but 8 really tough games. Let me say, really, really tough games, and we have to take each game at a time and really concentrate our focus on the next opponent, which obviously is Doncaster, and that's what we're doing. But like I say, the players are in a really good place at the moment, and we do need to kind of feed off that, but also remain really grounded.
You'll be serving your second game of the touchline ban. You said after the game in Tranmere that you actually really enjoyed, being up in the stands. You were very calm, and it gave you sort of a different aspect. Are you looking forward to that again, or is it still that sort of anger of wanting to be down pitch side?
No, I think I actually did really enjoy it. If truth be known, I thought it was obviously Tranmere's main stand's massive anyway, so it gives you a really good viewpoint. And I was in touch with the technical area throughout the game. Not loads, might I add. I didn't feel that the performance needed for me to be on the phone all the time. But I was really calm, sat up there. I had a little tactics board and my notepad and a coach next to me as well. And it was good to watch the team play from kind of up in the stands like that. what will it be like tomorrow? Hopefully the same. Hopefully I'll feel that same calmness. Of course, the main stand here is not as big as Tranmere, so I'll probably feel a little more closer to the pitch than I did at Tranmere, which I'm hoping will keep me calm anyway. And I hope that we see a good spectacle.
Yeah, and I suppose it's naturally, obviously, not what you would think about at the time, but looking back at it, that almost gives you an insight as to what the fans can see during a game, which is something that managers aren't used to. So Tranmere was a great example because, as we said after the game, we played some really nice football. So that must have pleased you as well, that you know from that angle as well how great it looks and how much we've improved over the past year.
Yeah, I do watch all the games back, so we do watch it from a camera angle anyway after the game sort of thing. So we do kind of get the same view, obviously afterwards. But like I say, I think the performance was really good at Tranmere. I didn't have to feel any anxiousness because of the way we played. But I think when you are in that technical area, you become more of an animal to want to win a game aggressively. Because you're down there with the guys, you feel like you're part of it, and you want the players to see an energy from you down there. And of course, you can't have that same manner about you when you're sat in the stands. You've got to be calm, or you get chucked out.
Yeah, fans were excellent at Tranmere. Been excellent on the road. This Friday, it should hopefully be no different. We've got a sold-out Broadfield Stadium. We've actually gone on sale this morning with 550 tickets that we've taken back off of Doncaster. So we're aiming for a record league attendance. It's not all down to the tickets being £2. Obviously, that will have a big interest to people as well. But it's testament to the football we've been playing this season and how, with 8 games to go, we're right in the mix. It must be really exciting knowing that, we're going to have a properly packed stadium to play in on Good Friday.
Yeah, I think, you get to Easter and we're talking about playoffs, then you've had a good season, right? Let's hope that we're talking about it after the Easter holidays, But yeah, listen, the fans have been fantastic home and away, They've travelled in their numbers, they've spent a lot of money up and down the country, and I'm grateful of that, and so are the players, and we hope that we've give them something to cheer about, which we feel that we have. I think that we've played some really good football this season. We've scored some really good goals this season, and long may that continue. And hopefully, with the 8 games left, that we have enough points on the board to continue the season for a number of weeks, a couple of weeks, into the playoffs.
Thanks, Scott.
Is there a temptation to join the fans tomorrow in the stand rather than sitting up in the stand?
Yeah, probably. But no, listen, I've got to remain professional and watch the game, from a tactical point of view, and make sure that I do my job properly. And yeah, let's just see where that takes us.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back to the players, you're saying you have to feed off the confidence at the moment, but obviously keep them grounded. How difficult is that to manage? Or with this group of players, is it quite a simple job?
I think it's a good problem, because I've been asking for them to believe in themselves for long enough now, and I felt that they've probably not really showed that all season until probably the last 2 months. And when they start looking at what we've got left and what we can actually achieve, there is a real belief amongst the group. But like I say, we have to really respect what we've got in front of us, which is 8 tough games, starting on Friday tomorrow. That tough game, really tough game, and we'll be really respectful of them. But we know what we've got to do, and the players are really focused.
Yeah, and it seems like it took a while to actually get into the playoffs. You were there and thereabouts, but you finally got in there last week. Is there a different pressure now that you're in that position and you've got to stay there?
No, not really, because we're not supposed to be there anyway. We were supposed to be in the bottom 2, according to a lot of people. So we've got no pressure on us at all. I think, if anything, we build our own pressure, because we know what we want to do and what we want to achieve. But, you see probably teams nearly every season come from nowhere and end up in that last playoff place. I'm not saying that we are going to be that team. Obviously, we want to be. But you see it year on year. I remember a couple of seasons ago, Bristol Rovers, under Joey Barton, early part of the season didn't didn't start off particularly well. In fact, probably up until maybe January was probably in the bottom half of the division. Ended up getting automatic, I believe, that season, and went bang, bang, bang. You know, towards the back end of the season, went and won an unbelievable amount of games straight off the bat, and got automatic promotion. So it just goes to show, you know, these last games, anything can happen. You know, there could be a team from mid-table come from nowhere and make a challenge. You know, we've just got to make sure that we really concentrate and focus on what we've got to do. And I'm sure with the 8 games left, and I'm sure with what we know we can achieve, I'm sure we can get there.
And with the quick turnaround for Monday's game, I know you're quite meticulous in watching games, watching the opposition. Have you been cramming Newport in as well, or do you not wait? Do you wait still till after the Doncaster?
No, so I've mainly focused on Doncaster. However, I did spend a bit of time on Tuesday watching Newport because I wanted to make sure that if I am going to rotate it around, who's better suited to play in what game.
Right.
So I think that was probably the first time that I've done that throughout my managerial career. I usually just focus on one team at a time, but and don't get me wrong, I have totally focused on Doncaster, but I did spend some time on Tuesday to look at Newport briefly. But that will be done mainly on Saturday, where after obviously Friday's game, I will spend hours on Newport and making sure that we get that right as well.
A few late nights this weekend then.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, and with the squad, where are we? Any news on Liam and Dion?
Yeah, so Liam and Dion both trained, as did Ben Gladwin today with the squad. So there is a chance that at least maybe 2 of them could be included in the squad.
Excellent.
I'm saying could be included in the squad. Could be included in the squad over the weekend. So whether it's Friday or whether it's Monday, we'll have to wait and see.
Excellent. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.